in the sheets between my. Oh, my bad. Yo, what's poppin', people? Your boy Snacks is in the building with another banger. You know how we do. Before we get this show started, hey, it's my birthday, damn it. Before we get this show started, I need to thank all y'all for taking the time out to watch this video. But while you're here, make sure you do us a solid. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that little star down there at the bottom. You know what I'm talking about? It's your boy birthday. We're going to turn up for a little bit, and then the activities will begin. But before my activities begin, we got to give a shout out to the beautiful ladies of the CU Aunties. CU Aunties always coming through showing love. So if you see a CU Auntie in the chat, in the comment section, or anywhere, outside, inside, or anywhere else, make sure you show them some love and say what's up. Big shout out, tremendous shout out to the CU Aunties. Whoo! Cleveland, Chicago, Shedeur Sanders. Ooh, and that number 1 draft pick from last year, Caleb Williams. The showdown in Chi-Town this Sunday. But the Chicago media already picking sides. Y'all ready? Let go. Oh, we taking off. We are most definitely taking off because the Chicago media is on point talking about Shedeur Sanders coming in the Cleveland Browns. And it's going down. We got Chicago media talking about Shedeur gonna beat the Bears. Now that's crazy. That's crazy. They also know Kevin Stefanski out there tripping. But I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna let them say it.
Pretty exciting. I mean, he is the starter for the rest of the season for the Browns. They've had quite the season of quarterback carousels, but it is Sanders' time to shine, and he has been shining. He's coming off a 4-touchdown, 394 total yards loss against the Tennessee Titans, unfortunately. His completion percentage is around like 52%. I mean, it's pretty good. Pretty good, Jarrett.
Listen, I've always had a lot of faith in Shedeur Sanders. I mean, just watching him, I go back to, college, and there was at one point, his last year before the season started, he was a Heisman hopeful, right? Name was in that conversation. The guy that won it was on his in the draft of being in my conversation. The guy that won it was on his last year before the season started. He was a Heisman hopeful, right?
That was
Name
crazy,
was in that
right?
conversation. The guy that won it was on his squad.
But we
So
back now.
I always gave him a lot of credit. Love the way that he can spin the ball. I love the fact that he's up underneath his father now, who's been coaching him his entire life. And now this is a part where things are a little bit different. He's going to have to try to figure it out. And the process that he went through in the draft of being, in my opinion, kind of taught a lesson a little bit. And you're going to be humbled a little bit. And how do you grow from that? How do you take that in for a dude that's always been the starter and have to figure it out? Now he's getting his opportunity. This is a perfect time, even if his time is not all in Cleveland. Still, this is his opportunity. There's other teams, 31 other teams that are looking for either a starter quarterback or a backup quarterback, and so he's coming in hot off of a loss to the Titans. But still, the Bears are going to have to deal with him. They're going to also have to deal with that Cleveland defense.
He's got a lot of confidence coming in. I don't know if you saw, but he was getting in front of guys that had sacked him earlier in the game and flexing on the touchdowns. They took him out for the 2-point conversion, which I don't understand. But
Stefanski, that's a whole weird situation going on.
I guess my point is I personally am a little concerned. I don't think we're going to get into hot takes, but my hot take would be I think the Bears are going to lose this game.
No.
What? He think the Bears is gonna lose. And they say Stefanski is a whole nother. It's a shame when media in other states see how bad you treating your players, but your local media be tripping.
Rick. I mean, the Bears of old, yes, I would say this is a trap game. This is the game they're going to lose. This defense, this secondary, and I know they're coming off a game where they didn't look so hot against Jordan Love.
Didn't look so hot. 273 passing.
Yeah, a lot of explosive plays, but I think Jordan Love's also a damn good quarterback. And I'm not saying Shedeur Sanders isn't, but Jordan Love's played a lot more football than Sanders has. Sanders, my hot take, if we're going to go with that, they're going to get a pick. They still lead, like, they're ball hawks. Yeah. C.J. Gardner-Johnson picks
I feel like
up.
They're going to regress to the mean.
94 total yards.
Now, the Bears are leading the league in interceptions. They have been running the ball really, really well lately. So who knows? All we know is Cleveland coming to the house. Shedeur about to show up. And it's about to go down. But that's Chicago media. They talking real spicy. They, even one of them, think that the Browns might even win. But your local media around here showing out.
The team in position. And if it wasn't for a certain somebody we're going to talk about, we might have been going into overtime, but we're not going to get into that. Shedeur Sanders was legendary. No quarterback had did what he did. By the way, since the Super Bowl era, I know you know this one, Boo, because Joe Burrow's on this list. There's only been one rookie to ever throw for 350 yards and 2+ touchdowns and another rushing touchdown since the Super Bowl era. One of them is Joe Burrow, and the other is Shedeur Sanders. I ask you, Cam Ward is a first-round pick, first overall.
You the hater.
I just saw him be outplayed by Shedeur Sanders. Case closed.
Did we win?
Thanks to Kevin Stefanski.
We'll get to Stefanski next.
The dangers in what we're doing here is the overreactions both ways.
No, it's not.
There will be people, and I saw it, killing Shedeur Sanders. And then there are people basically making arguments that he's one of one. He's done stuff no one's ever done. He lost the freaking game to a one-loss team or one-win team at home, G.
Was that his fault?
He was the quarterback. You win and lose with the quarterback. And here's the thing. He played great yesterday.
Was he on the field? Did he have the opportunity to tie the game up? Was he the reason that you lost? Or did your coach take him out the game when he was the hottest player on the field? Which we all know that pass was going to 44 if it would have been Shedeur on the floor. But Shedeur went on the field. But here go Jay, the hater, don't want to get a man his props. Y'all lifting him up too high. Y'all doing too much. What the hell you want them to do? They ain't seen this. What you just saw ain't been happening in Cleveland. And you act like it's a problem. See, when you don't want to give a man his props for doing what he did, and you want to try to tamper it down, no, don't do that. Don't give him that. You want to put him all the way up here. Yeah, put him up there. But that sucker right there, hating for no reason.
But what we can't do is elevate him to this status that he is the king and the Messiah and he is one of one.
No.
Because
see there, man get a little praise. He gets some props for doing things that hasn't been done in the city of Cleveland, in the NFL. But no, don't do that. Why? Why you don't want to do that? Why you don't want to give a man his due? That's the Cleveland media for you. Just hating for no reason. Man went out there and balled out. And you said he couldn't do it. He just a 5th round pick. He far behind. All of y'all. You, the other one, Jay and Jason. Shedeur is behind Dylan. He's so far behind Dylan. And then he go out there and just, but you know what? It's only going to get greater. The more he play, the better he going to get. He just showed y'all what he could do against this year's #1 draft pick. Wait till you see what he do against next year's #1 draft pick. Did you watch it when Shedeur played against USC? When they were both in college. If you didn't watch it, go back and watch it. 2023. USC versus Colorado. In Colorado. Shedeur put on a clinic.
It's a false narrative and just creating false hope. It's a one-win team that beat us at home.
See, here's the thing.
You left out the
Get
lead.
him,
I left out the lead is we talked about his game against the Rams for a whole entire 6 months.
That's all we had.
Guess
preseason.
What? We talked about a preseason game that didn't matter and him running backwards. We heard articles, we heard shows, we did routine. We talked about a game where he got sacked multiple times. Now, if you're going to use that same energy, use the same energy all the way around. If we was going to talk 6 months about him getting sacked, I'm sure that we could talk a couple of hours about the performance that he put up.
We should. But here's what I'm saying, G. I'm saying that his supporters.
If you're paying more than $42 a month for home insurance, you're getting ripped off.
And I love them for their steadfast consistency and their support. I love that. That's what supporters do. But you have to be careful in sports of the crazy overreactions one way or another. Here's what he did yesterday. He took major steps towards becoming a starting.
Okay, that's enough of the haters. That's enough of the lies. You see what he did. 23 of 42, 364, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He balled out is what he did. He did what no other Browns quarterback has done. He's done what no other quarterback has done in the NFL. See, what Shedeur has done was broken records. Once again, he showed up and he showed out. But you want to give him hate instead of giving him praise. You don't want to give him his due. Because why? Because why? I would say because you're a white man hating on a black man, but that's the easy one. Why you don't want to give him his props for just being good and doing what nobody else has done before? You worried about giving him praise and putting him up here. So what? Let him be up there. Because he's better than most. That's what good players deserve. That's what they need. You suck on Tom Brady's feet every time you mention his name. But he just got here. And he balling out. But you don't want to give him his props. Shout out to the haters. Shout out to Jay, the hater, on UCSS. G. Bush had to tighten him up. Had to get him together. Because what we not going to do is talk about that one Rams game where he got sacked several times and y'all couldn't wait to talk about that for 6 months. You didn't want to talk about the Carolina game before that when he balled out. You want to talk about all the bad stuff he does. All that one game that he didn't do so well. But when he balls out, no, we can't give him that. We can't give him that. And what was the first thing he said? He better do it against Chicago. He better do it against Buffalo. No. That was Dylan Gabriel. You'd have been standing on the table saying, that's my dog. But look at you now. You're like a damn fool hating on a man because he's good at his job. That's a shame. Ridiculous. But anyway, man, it's my birthday. I'm not finna argue with these fools. I'm finna get up out of here. I gotta go shave this head, get this beard together. And I need something to drink. My coffee in there. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Y'all know what to do. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Don't forget, hit the little star. We gonna get out of here. I'm gonna holler at y'all. I'm out of here. Peace out.